What is it that you fight for, comrade?
I've eaten a lot of pudding. What-ho, game makers. Before I leave for the Christmas holiday, I wanted to talk about the importance of having a mission. Because when you're building a game, normally it's not just about building the game, it's about building a life around that game, and it's worth asking what you want that life to be like. When I was originally building Super Space Slayer 1 and 2, my plan was to make it in the mainstream games industry, and that didn't work out at all, and I didn't really gain anything from building those games apart from the skills and programming abilities I'm able to use now to make Super Space Galaxy. So I think if I'd known at the time, my goal would have been just to learn as much as I could how to program a properly substantial game. Without a clear sense of purpose, you can easily end up implementing small individual tech demos that are kind of interesting by themselves, but don't really add up to much. And you could say that that's useful as well as experimentation, but it's quite possible to make tech demos and kind of new technology within your plan and your mission, and you end up experimenting within that anyway. So it's kind of like the picture I showed before. If you have a clear scope for your project, you can experiment within that scope and discover things that way, and it ends up with a much more integral project than just kind of poodling around with different bits and pieces that never really add up to something. For instance, these days, working on Super Space Galaxy, I've got a drunk system in there. I think I might actually use it in a way I wasn't expecting, but yeah, I wondered about making a system where your ship gets more and more drunk and it gets less accurate and the steering gets less accurate and stuff. And I could have made that as a separate tech demo or something, but in the end it's part of the game now, in the background anyway. I think I'll use it for having like brain enemies psychically attacking you or something. It might be unblockable or it might be some sort of dodgeable projectile. I haven't even really decided, but it's in there, and that's something I could have done just by itself, but you're better off experimenting within your mission than kind of constantly coming up with new stuff. And it's a temptation to start making new stuff and think, oh, I've got a great new idea. Because you see that in clickbaity kind of sales videos and things all the time, don't you? Like, here's how to make lots of money with this weird new trick or something. But you're better off sticking to what you already got and actually committing to it, at least for a while, because I think novelty has this seductive power where you think that if this is new, then it might be this special miracle that just powers you up all in one go. But I don't think anything really works that way. That's pretty scammy sounding. So yeah, it's tempting to start a new idea because these new ideas have that seduction of maybe this new idea is going to be somehow really easy to work on and get me there. But no, I think all the good ideas are still hard to work on. So if you're slogging away through what you've got right now, that's probably just a good sign, honestly. Once in a while, working on my game, I do get the temptation to start something new, and then I remember that I already started something new. It's Super Space Galaxy, and it's been going on for many years, but that is the something new, and I'm past the starting on something new stage. So my mission is set, and now I get to experiment inside that mission and grow that mission instead of just beginning some wacky new thing. If you're feeling unfocused, not sure what you want to work on or what your mission is, you can join us on the Discord server and meet all sorts of other game makers. And if you really want to go hardcore, you can join the Heroic Game Dev program. Come book a free call with me and I'll see if you're suitable and we'll get you on the path to being the game maker you always wanted to be.